Sitting down on the floor is very common in yoga classes, but for a lot of us, this is not a very comfortable position. In fact, I see a lot of my students sitting in a position a little like this, with the knees lifted, the spine rounded, the head forward. And if this looks familiar, then you're in the right place, because in today's video, I'm going to walk you through some tips and tricks to find a little more ease in a seated position so that you can focus on the movement, the breath, the yoga, and not so much on the discomfort in your body. Let's get started. First, I encourage you to prop your hips up on something. So we're elevating the hips higher than the knees. Okay, so you can really use a lot of different things here. Anything around the house like folded up blankets or towels. A rolled up blanket or towel works really nicely. I prefer a yoga block. So if you have one of these lying around, give it a try. If not, blankets, towels, a couple of thick hardcover books, anything like that will do. And if the block feels a little hard, you can always put a blanket over the top of the block as well to soften it a bit. Really, you want the goal to be comfortable here, right? So when you are sitting up on your prop, you want to sit near the edge of it. So if you can think of letting your pelvis sort of spill off the edge. So you have this slightly tilted forward pelvis, just a little bit. It's not excessive. You're not sitting into it like this, right? But you're also not back like this. So we're just on the edge with a slightly tilted forward pelvis, which creates this nice neutral spine that makes it easier. Like, I feel like this is a lot easier to sit up tall and have really great posture without a lot of effort. If you're still finding it challenging to sit up straight here, then you probably want to keep working on your posture so that over time it becomes easier to sit upright and you feel more comfortable in a seated position. I do have a free 3-day yoga series that's designed to improve your posture by unlocking tight areas in the body and strengthening weak muscles. That link I'll put down in the description. You can sign up and join us. Those will be sent straight to your email. The next thing you'll want to try is putting support underneath your knees. Okay, this is for those of us where our knees still are lifted up like this, and that can be hard on the hips and the knee joints. So, easy fix here. You can either put a yoga block under the knees. I'm sitting on one of the blocks, so you could try blankets. Blankets feel really good to me here. And again, you could prop these up as high as you need depending on how tight you are in your body. So now your body isn't having to work so hard to hold the knees up, creating just more tightness here, right? Your knees can rest, your body is supported, and you can relax a little bit into the pose. The next thing to explore is checking in with the position of your feet. So remember, they do not have to be in super tight to the body if that doesn't feel good. This can actually be a pretty intense angle for our knees. You can walk them out a little bit, see how that feels, okay? And maybe you even go all the way out and let the feet touch for a butterfly, Baddha Konasana. That feels really good in my body. You can check and see how it feels in yours. Also, just a simple leg extended out to the side. If you even want to try that just for a few moments, if you start feeling too constricted in your body, you can stretch the leg out for a moment. Give your knee a little massage if that's giving you any problems. And then after a few moments, you can bring the leg back in. Okay, so try this and see how this feels. And finally, we can try a different position altogether if this one just isn't working for your body today. Now, for some people, this will feel better, and for some, it will feel worse. So again, just try it and see how it works for you. And let me know down in the comments if you did find a position that's comfortable for you, because I would love to hear from you. I've learned all of this from working with my students. So, you can bend your knees and sit on your shins like this. Now, that's not comfortable for a lot of us. What I like to suggest is propping your hips up on a couple of blocks or anything that lifts you up pretty high. Okay, so that makes the angle of the knee joint less. That also helps open up the hip crease a little bit, and I'm able to sit up really nice and tall here without much effort. So you can try this and see how it feels. For some of us, this might not work at all, but for those of us that the external rotation of the hips in the other position just wasn't working, this position will work better because there is no external rotation in the hips. And if none of these positions that we've explored today are comfortable in your body, you can always sit up in a chair. Almost everything we do seated on the floor can be done or modified in a chair. No problem at all. And you might find as you keep moving, as you get stronger, more mobile, more flexible, then you'll be able to revisit these positions down the road, and they might feel a lot better in your body. I really hope this was helpful. Make sure you subscribe to my channel and please leave me a comment down below. Let me know how it went for you. Let me know if you have any questions. I'm happy to hop on and say hello and answer any questions you might have. And I mentioned this briefly earlier, but if you'd like to improve your posture so that you can more easily sit upright without as much effort and discomfort, then make sure you sign up for my free 3-day Yoga for Improved Posture series. So the link is down in the description. Just put your name and email and I will send you those classes right away. Okay, thank you so much for joining me today. I'll see you next time.